And Partnership for African Social and Governance Research, in partnership with the Center for Africa Bio-Entrepreneurship and Alternatives, have conducted a study on the youth employment in agribusiness and agro-processing. The study, focusing on potato and mango value chains, was conducted through a policy-making program, Utafiti Sera, which aims to harness the potential of these priority value chains, which present the highest potential for job creation in the country.
Unemployment in Africa is still a headache in many respects. Unemployment in Kenya is equally a headache, and Kenya is not immune to this. It's even far worse in the agricultural sector, where we see first the mindset is not agricultural centric, so to speak. We see most of our youth who finish graduate colleges are more inclined to white collar jobs and not so much of getting their hands dirty. What can we do in the agricultural sector in terms of the gaps that we see, in terms of the challenges that we see, and how can the agricultural sector spur employment for youth? I think that there are quite a lot of issues that need to be done. There are those that are on the supply side, and there are those on the demand side. The supply side is more of the interventions that the government, private sector can do to support and making an enabling environment, including facilitating the relevant policy regimes, regulations that are focusing on enhancing and supporting youth, not only in Kenya but across the continent. On the demand side, there is also a question of how do we demystify the narrative that agriculture is for those who in the rural areas. The supply side, what are the enabling environment, what are the systems, what are the infrastructure that is needed to support youth, what is trainings that they needed to support youth, networks, access to market that are needed to support youth. So these are the things that are needed holistically to bring agriculture to its true promise and to translate and change lives of not only Kenyans but African in the continent.
One of the greatest challenges that we came up with as we were developing the Kenya Youth Ag Business Strategy was the issue of negative perception and attitude towards agriculture. And we as government, we are currently addressing that by reintroducing the 4K clubs. You must be aware of, you must have heard of the 4K clubs in primary schools. And here we are talking of catching them young. So we are trying to socialize the young people so that as they grow up, they're able to appreciate and acknowledge that there are good opportunities in the agriculture sector.
Still on matters touching on youth and